Hi guys, Owen here from Leveling Equipment Services. So this is the first of a series of short tutorial videos I'm going to do on the Leica iXE2 2D machine control system for excavator. Okay, so this is the ICP31. This is the 2D panel for excavator. We're just going to go through the general layout of the panel, the various buttons and what they do, and on the screen what you're going to see as you're operating the system. Okay, so with the panel, it's a snap-on technology, so you can just remove the panel from your cradle. Cradle stays in the machine, in the cab the whole time. All your machine settings are saved onto the cradle. Okay, so let's say if you want to remove this in the evening, take it with you for security reasons, put it in the carry case. Let's say that gets lost, stolen or smashed, unrepairable, we can supply you with another panel. Okay, stick the panel in, power up the system, load the settings from the cradle to the panel, and you're up and running in a matter of seconds. Okay, there's no downtime due to recalibration. Everything is saved on the cradle, so you don't lose anything. Okay, it's handy in a sense as well. With Leica we do, it's very interchangeable, so you can have, say this is on a 22-ton machine, okay, 22-ton excavator. You have a smaller 13-ton excavator you use for foundations or whatever. You could kit that out with a base kit, so all your hardware, sensors, cables, a second cradle, and you can swap this panel between the two. Okay, so let's say this is on your 22-ton, remove the panel, put on your 13-ton, load the settings from your cradle to your panel, and away you go. Okay, it's a cost-effective option. You're not buying two full kits, you're just buying one full kit for one, and then a second cheaper base kit for the other machine, and you can swap the panel between the two. Okay, so we'll touch on the light bar. Okay, so 99% of the time this is mounted up on the side window to the right of the driver's seat. This is mounted on the console beside the excavator console, so it's down a bit lower, sort of knee height. It's in your periphery, your line of sight, so if you're digging away, you're going to be looking at the bucket instead of having to look up at the panel. The majority of the time you can just see this light bar in the periphery of your eye. It's relating to you what this is. This is basically telling me what this panel is telling me, just without having to look up at it. So as you can see, I have a amber LED flashing here at the moment. Amber is flashing here. My degrade to height is 11 centimeters, so I'm 11 centimeters high. This is telling me I'm 11 centimeters high. If I move the bucket point down slightly, I'm close to grade there now. As you can see, green, grade, green, and I'm 1 centimeter on grade there. Okay, so this is relaying to you exactly what this is telling me. Touching on the LEDs, so we have either side, right and left. This will represent your height to grade. Okay, so amber, again, we're high. Green, we're on grade. Red, we're low. Okay, so as you can see, there's 2 red, 1 green, 2 amber. This is changing all the time. As you're moving your bucket, this is changing up in the red. Okay, so I'm 7 centimeters low. Okay, bucket point is lower than the surface of the blue. The blue is representing your grade. Okay, so if I come up, if I get that on grade, there we go. Bucket point is right on the surface. Okay, again, if I'm high, there's a gap between your bucket point and your grade, which is your blue bar. LED up the top is representing your bucket flatness. So the actual flatness of the bucket itself, the bottom of the bucket, as you can see, exaggerating it there now, it's nowhere near flat. I curl the bucket in, get the bottom of it flat, and the green LED will indicate. Okay, it's handy if you're benching, you know that the bucket is in the same position as you did. So then we have our height offset buttons here. Okay, so there's a little symbol, 2 lines with arrow between it. That's representing your height offset, plus or minus. So this is showing you here what you've put in to that height offset. So let's say, for example, I bench where I am, put the bucket point on a peg, bench, put it an offset of say 600 mil if we wanted it. If whatever you had to go below that height, put that in here, 600. The blue bar will drop, and then that will guide you to your height. X plus and minus, that's just your X slope, okay, or your long slope. In this case, we're in single slope mode here at the moment, so there's only one slope, which is your X. So you're using this plus or minus, to put in a slope here, long slope. It's at 0 obviously. The blue is flat, blue bar is flat. If you had in, say, 5% plus or minus, you'd see the grey changing in the blue, but we will be touching on that in another video. Reach, down the bottom left, so I've benched exactly where I am. If I move my bucket in closer to the machine 2 meters, this will tell me that I've come in minus 2 meters. Say for example, there's 15 centimeters, I've brought the bucket closer to the machine. If I push the bucket past the benchmark, so there's the benchmark, if I go past it, it's plus, so it's plus 16 centimeters, okay? It's a handy tool. Y up the top left is dual slope. If you turn the system, it's full dual slope, so you turn dual slope on, again we'll be going through that, then you can put in a slope in your X and your Y, okay, or just your Y, or just your X. But because we're in single slope at the moment, X is representing our long slope. This is our bench button, the 0, 0, 0. So again, if you're benching on a, whatever it is, a peg, existing manhole, whatever, put a bucket point on it. I'll show you there for example. So let's say put my bucket down on a peg. You can see I'm not on grade, I'm 9 centimeters below my previous grade or bench. Press that button and now I'm on grade, okay. LS is our load store height. Mainly use that if you're using a rotating laser. These buttons below, you won't use it much. In dual slope mode, you probably use F1 quite a bit to select your X direction, or to set your X direction, should I say. Enter key going into your menu. You can change a few things there, deadbands, calibrate a bucket if you needed to, which you will do at some point. And then menu is to just select your bucket. So say we have 2 buckets there, done just with this little simulator. You can save up to like 30 buckets on it. So you just press the menu and then select your bucket, whatever you're digging to. Other than that guys, that's all it is for the moment. Just a general layout of the panel and the screen and what you're seeing. Okay, cheers guys, thank you.